Hey, Bastish B here for 64K and welcome to another episode of New Retro. And if you've never watched this show before, I take a look at a new retro game that's just been released on an old system. Plus we take a look at the inspiration game, the game that might have inspired it. And today's games are Mule, which was published by Electronic Arts in 1983, and Space Mogul, published by Protovision in 2018, both on the Commodore 64. Welcome to New Retro episode number 36. Okay, so let's first take a look at the inspiration game, the game that might have inspired it. Is Mule, which stands for Multiple Use Labor Element, which was released in 1983 by Electronic Arts and was created by Ozark Softscape, a company that delivered some excellent early C64 games for EA like Heart of Africa and Seven Cities of Gold, which have gone on to be well-regarded classics. Mule is a strategy space trading game where becoming the richest person on the planet and financially crushing your opponents is the goal. The easiest way to describe the gameplay is that it's like a game of Monopoly where everyone gets a turn buying land, selling goods and resources you have mined, having random events happen that can either hinder or help your situation, and generally being very strategic about every turn because financial domination and your company's survival is at stake. Playing this game does require a large amount of time due to the slow pace, so make sure you're up for it. Playing against a computer is actually pretty good and challenging without being infuriating, but the game really shines in multiplayer, allowing up to 4 people to battle it out financially for the control of the planet Arata. It's a unique game, especially for a 1983 release, but with that comes the first generation C64 graphics, which are honestly pretty terrible, but still functional for the game. So if you can look past that, it's a wonderful experience and has a super catchy title tune that you'll be humming for days on end. The game was well regarded at the time and has gone on to become a cult classic ever since. It's not going to be for everyone. The pace is very slow. It's damn ugly, and the trading aspect is initially a bit complicated. But like with most strategy games, with a little time and patience, this game becomes really addictive, especially when you play it with friends. And now let's move on to the new retro release. Space Mogul was released in 2018 on the C64 by Protovision. Mogul is a massive tribute, or you could even consider it a modern remake of Mule from 1983, taking all the space trading, multiplayer, strategy, and addictive gameplay that made it a classic, and updating it with a modern visual makeover and sound design, but still running off the same hardware. And it's impressive to think that this was actually possible to produce in 1983 if the programmers of the day knew all the ins and outs that modern developers know now. Moguls like Mule can have up to 4 players with the help of the Protovision 4-player adapter. Battle it out to see who can become the richest mogul on a particular planet. You start off with minimal supplies and have to build yourself up by making food, energy, mining for materials and ore, and purchasing a robot assistant who can be sent off to work the land you bought while you attend to other matters. The game takes place over rounds, which you can adjust accordingly depending on how much time you actually have in the real world. Just like Mule, everyone gets a turn to buy land, send off your robot, trade where you can sell goods or buy stuff from other players, and deal with all those pesky random events that the planet throws at you. It's fun with deep strategy elements that are easy to get into, and like Mule, it's pretty fun against the computer, but thrives even more with the human multiplayer aspect. The graphics are absolutely gorgeous with high-res stylings and traditional pixel styles with excellent use of color to give each planet and scenario a completely different look and feel. The music is absolutely rocking as well, with a massive variety of well-fitting long tunes that add a lot to something that could have easily just been sound effects only. The game is available from Protovision in both physical and digital forms and works on the Mini Maxi real hardware and is also NTSC and PAL compatible. It's an excellent tribute that goes above and beyond, bringing a classic to a modern C64 audience. And I'll leave a link in the description where you can find this newer game. Thanks for joining me, Bastish B at 64K. I hope you had a good time. And if you can please like and subscribe, they'll be greatly appreciated, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.